Oh no, it's Bill, right? Is that what you're all thinking? Hey, you, why haven't you subscribed yet? Chop chop, huh? Anyway, this video has spoilers if you couldn't tell. If you haven't seen Gravity... Wait, why am I getting the strangest feeling of deja vu? Huh. Oh well, it's probably nothing. Watch the show or don't. I don't care. Bye!
With the show ended and the Cypher statue found, Gravity Falls is starting to feel completely over. But after we picked up a copy of Journal 3, it sparked a new light with adventures we've never seen before, more insight on Bill, and a lot of questions answered. So enjoy our top 5 solved mysteries in Journal 3. This first one is more of a cool fact than a solved mystery. In the episode Northwest Mansion Mystery, the Northwest Mansion is haunted by a ghost. The backstory to this lost soul started with him and all of the other lumberjacks being asked to build a mansion on top of the hill. The Northwest told the lumberjacks it would be a service to the town and they would throw a grand party for everyone. But when it was time for the grand party they promised the people of the town, they refused to let them in. That's when the mudslides rolled in and the unnamed lumberjack was swept away by the storm, using his final breath to cast a curse on the Northwest. A lot of people theorize that the lumberjack who died was related to Wendy. In the journal where Dipper is writing about this encounter with the ghost, he taped a photograph he found at Wendy's house. The picture is of the ghost with the name Archibald Corduroy. In the episode Into the Bunker, Dipper, Mabel, Suze, and Wendy go on an adventure in a bunker they found in the journal, hoping to find the author. What the episode didn't answer, though, was why was the bunker built in the first place? And where did the shapeshifter come from? Well, we know from the episode A Tale of Two Stands, Ford found the shapeshifter in his hunt for anomalies, but that still leaves a lot of questions unanswered. It turns out the bunker was created to contain the creatures they found on the other side of the portal, to study them, and to prevent these creatures from causing any damage to the town. That is when Ford found the shapeshifter that he named Shifty. Biddleford wanted to freeze him right away to conduct tests on him. However, Ford had grown attached to Shifty until one day, Biddleford came to him in a panic. He was coughing a lot and said he had a sore throat, asking to look into the journals for a remedy. Insisting the journals had the only answer, Ford caved and went to retrieve his journals when he heard muffled screaming coming from a cabinet. After further investigation, he found Biddleford trapped inside and that Shifty's cage had been broken. After releasing Ford and successfully trapping Shifty in a cryonics tube, they decided to abandon the bunker until the portal was complete. In the show, we only know Dipper by his nickname, Dipper. He got that nickname because of his birthmark of the Big Dipper on his forehead. After they find the proof of Bill in the mystery shack, Ford realizes that it is time to tell Dipper everything he knew about Gravity Falls. Dipper's first question was, why is Gravity Falls so weird? Ford then drives Dipper to the edge of the town to demonstrate the town's weirdness magnet. He pulled a bag of jelly beans out of his pocket and then dropped it. All of the beans tumbled down the hill, except for the deformed one that rolled back up to the town border. After discussing this with Dipper for a while, he says, "You and I are some of the strangest beings this town has ever seen, Dipper." Dipper replies, "Mason. My real name is Mason." In the episode A Tale of Two Stands, we see how Ford ended up into the portal. However, what we never see in the show is what happened to him while he was there. Luckily, His entire journey is explained in the journal and begins with Ford finding himself in the nightmare realm, hovering in front of Bill. Bill snaps his fingers and sends his henchmen after him. Fleeing for his life, Ford miraculously manages to find shelter in a crater of a large passing asteroid. He then discovers that he was sharing the cave with a family of intergalactic refugees. After talking to them about Bill, they gave him one of their dimensional translators. This device could transport Ford from dimension to dimension. Ford's plan was to learn enough about Bill and his weaknesses, and once he was ready, he would return to the Nightmare Realm. After 30 years of dimensional hopping, he ended up in a parallel Earth with one crucial difference. In this world, he was never pushed into the portal. After trying to find himself, he was stopped by Fiddleford of this dimension. He explains that if Ford were to confront his parallel self, it would have dramatic consequences. Ford then tells Fiddleford about his plan to defeat Bill, and Fiddleford was anxious to help any way he could. Ford showed him his unfinished quantum destabilizer, and they set forth on completing the weapon. Soon after it was completed by Ford, he returned to the Nightmare Realm to destroy Bill. Again, as soon as Bill saw Ford, he sent his beasts after him. However, Bill's henchmen didn't stand a chance to Ford's death ray. Cypher retreated to the Quadrangle of Confusion. Ford lunged at Bill. The moment Ford had worked and struggled for all those long years had finally come. But at that moment, the Nightmare Realm shook as the portal was reopened. Ford knew he had to get there before Bill or his henchmen, so he jumped at the portal, throwing a grenade, blasting him through the portal, and closing the passage behind him. In the episode The Last Mabelcorn, Ford gets a visit from Bill in his dreams. The next day, Ford discusses the dangers of Bill with Dipper and Mabel. Ford then sends Mabel on an adventure to get some unicorn hair and takes Dipper to a secret room to get his mind Bill-proofed. He discusses the ways you can prevent Bill from entering your mind. He said he had a metal plate installed in his head, but who could have put it there? We know Fiddleford quit before Ford knew about Bill's true plan, and he couldn't have done it himself. It turns out, while he was dimension hopping, he found himself in a strange mountaintop, in front of a seven-eyed creature. She told him he was in Dimension 52, and that she had been treating his wounds. She had already knew Ford's name, and what his mission was. She told Ford if he wanted to protect his mind against Bill, it would require putting a metal plate in his head with difficult surgery. Ford agreed instantly. After he recovered, they had long conversations about Bill. She looked deep into Ford's eyes and said he had the face of the man who was destined to destroy Bill.